Okay, that's I think that's enough time waiting. It's been a few minutes. I've posted the link in a few places. Hopefully some people will show by. Maybe YouTube will have decided to show some people who haven't been around before the link this time. I don't know. But I'm sure I'll have a fun time playing the game, even if it's not really many people. So let's see. Oh yeah, that is where we were. Was I had gotten to the second rest floor and decided to stop there rather than doing the next boss fight right at the end of it. Monday. That's right. Let's see. What was my hint? Fighting type Pokemon. Okay. Okay, team's probably fine. Let's see if maybe we have a Pokemon in storage that could be helpful. Psychic type. Maybe. At the same time, though, we also need a Pokemon that'll be like a success. That'll be helpful going into future floors as well. Mana. Maybe Mana, but we've got. I think the squad's pretty decent so far. We've got Talo, pretty good into a fighting type trainer, and if there's like the secondary typings, like obviously maybe it's a bit too early for something like a Lucario, but we've got a good variety of types on our Pokemon, so I think I'll be fine without it. Is there anything we can buy? No. Okay. I just love the pause screen. So remember at the start of the first one, when I was playing it at the beginning, before Arceus decides to tag along, it's just the player character on the pause screen, and I think that's pretty neat. But here it changes. It changes because when you're riding on Arceus to get over the water and stuff, the pause screen shows you sitting on his back. It's great. Yeah, let's just go for it. Brawly. Yeah, here we go. One gym leaders too. Alright. Okay, 2 Pokemon. Machop, not so bad. At the level cap though. Let's see, do we have what type? We have Poison, Steel, Fairy. Okay. So nothing that's especially helpful for us in the boss fight here. Let's see, just a basic wing attack. Okay. It's with the super effective bonus that does over half. Okay. And it lowers our defense in return. That could be a bit of an issue when his next Pokemon comes out. Depending on what it is, we'll probably take some hefty damage from that, but I mean, we've got so many other Pokemon that even if Talo does get knocked out, a 5 against 1, we can surely win a 5 against 1 against Makuhita. Oh, this guy is quite a high defense sort of creature, so it'll probably take maybe 3 hits, no? Oh, maybe it's because it gets good defense when it evolves and I'm misremembering. But I did not expect to do anywhere near that much damage, okay. So we knock it out. I wonder what plates we'll get. Because as much as it's been... the ones we have, we've not been seeing many Pokemon of those types to actually use them to aid and capture. Payback. What's payback again? If the Muser moves after the target, the pepper will be doubled. It's a pretty good attack, but Vulpix doesn't really use physical moves very much, so I don't think I'll take it. There we go, defeated Brawly, good bit of money for winning. Alright. What stone is this? Let's see, well I'll try to read out the inscription before we're given the translation. This one seems a lot more simple. I think this one says 3 beings were born to bind time and space. Yeah, 3 beings were born to bind time and space. Here we go. I really am getting the hang of reading the funny unknown letters. So many years of playing Pokemon I never bothered trying to learn. Started playing this game and I was actually doing my best to read them. Oh, that's the Draco plate for, okay, Dragon type. Well, I suppose there's a lot of powerful Dragon Pokemon. Being able to make it easier to catch dragons could be pretty good. What was the voice I was doing for him again? It was sort of calm and cool, wasn't it? The Draco plate. One of people's favourites. Well, let me move my thing here so I can check the levels. Yeah, let me adjust. I'm gonna adjust my setup here quickly. There we go. The Draco plate. One of people's favourites. Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf. These are the three beings mentioned. Because time and space are no laughing matter, they were also created with the purpose of restraining either one, should they fall into chaos. If I had to guess, only Giratina and myself would be able to handle both at the same time. But even so, given the situation we find ourselves in, there isn't much I can do. And I doubt Giratina would be kind enough to come to my aid. So why leave it in the hands of a human and not someone stronger with better odds? Because that would be boring, of course. I am but a fragment of my true self. My life isn't so valuable that I must do everything in my power to survive. As such, I'd rather have a little fun, even if it ends with my death. That sounds terrible. Does it really? Fragments exist to simply watch the world from up close. But from here, there isn't much I can truly enjoy. Just like my original self, I can't interfere unless it's a true emergency. If I'm being honest, my existence is rather dull. Yes. But oh well. Okay. And another bit of another scene from the Space Globe. We have to watch them. You could skip them, but come on, we've got to find out what happens next, don't we? Last time, Arceus discovered in the snowstorm by the Hermit, and Fido. I do not remember what kind of voice I did. It's only been 2 days. You're awake. Thank goodness. What happened to you? How did you end up like that? And are you actually a Pokemon? Oh my goodness. Look at him. Why is he so cute? Pokemon. That's alright, don't push yourself. I shouldn't be asking so many questions while you're in this state. Still, you reacted to the word Pokemon. That's strange. Could any Pokemon just turn into a human like that? Yeah, human. Ah, I know. Fido, go bring some of the bread we baked today. Look at it go! The bread! Look at this. He's eating the bread. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, I love the bread. Okay, he loves the bread. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, it's good, right? It's their specialty. Help me to open a bakery someday so everyone can enjoy it too. My job is to guide travelers through the snowstorm to the settlement on the other side of the mountain. So, as you can imagine, it's not exactly the prettiest work. I've taught many wanderers before, but you really are something else. We're in a small tent on Mount Coronet. This is where I live. Something else. Saved. Could it be that you don't know how to speak properly? Is that why you're just repeating words? Speak properly. Words. Oh, I need to adjust my microphone here. It's get a wee bit closer, and there we go. All right. You really are a mystery. You know what? I think I know someone who might be able to help you, or at least give us a clue about who you are. Once you're better, I'll take you to her. Is that all right? Better. Red. Pretty. Repeating. At least you're a fast learner. Looks like I'll have to bake some more bread. Look at him. So happy. So happy with the bread. But now we must return to our adventure. Cubchoo. Interesting. Okay, so our level cap for the next section is 28. I have a handful of Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, a Master Ball. Okay. Oh! Okay, this floor has a bunch of starter Pokemon? I wonder what factor determines if we'll get a Hisuian Samurott or a regular one. Let's try the Netball. That works better on Water-type Pokemon. So we might have a decent chance to catch Oshawott here. Oh, fainted. Okay, focus energy. That's fine. But we'll want to switch to a Pokemon that can resist water attacks at least. It's level 23. Maybe I should use some of the experience candies. Okay, well, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at our Oshawott. We'll see how good it is. Maybe it's they got the hidden ability. Maybe it's got the regular one. Let's see. See its summary. Okay. So it'll evolve next level because it's past its evolution requirement. That's good. Stats aren't the best, but we're only playing on normal mode, so that shouldn't be an issue. I think I'll stick with. I think I'll put it in the box and I'll stick with the Wiglet for now. But where were those XP candies? I think it would do to maybe give our Pokemon just a couple extra levels. Because the wild Pokemon on this floor start around sort of early 20s. Maybe the quick little catch up will do us some good since we had these extra left over. Wiggle wants to learn Slam. 75% accurate? No, thank you. And Toxel. Sure, level 22. One Inferno. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so our level cap is 28, so we've still got a decent bit of experience left to potentially grind out, because I don't remember if we'll get lots of experience candy after this either. So let's check our Pokemon, figure evolution requirements. Okay, Taillow will evolve next level, that's good. Wiglet, okay, Wiglet can also evolve within our current level cap. That's pretty good. Wugtrio. Okay, we won't be able to evolve Monferno until probably the next set 10 floors. Same with Toxel into Toxtricity. Okay. Nem, or Nimble, can evolve in a couple levels, and we need an item for Vulpix. Okay. That's all well and good. So most of our Pokemon can evolve soon. That's good. We'll probably want the power boost. Alright, come on. Alright, let's go. This thing healing itself isn't very helpful. Okay, I think with that last bit of health drain, it can tank in one more acid attack. So we'll use that. We'll get drained by the status effect or a faint. That wasn't my plan, but I'm sure we can get another one to appear if we want to catch it. But for now, one of our Pokemon's evolving. We're quite excited about, because Swellow's pretty good. I used to casually play the on Pokemon Showdown, which is sort of this fan-made battle simulator, right? I used to play. There was like a for fun side mode where all of your Pokemon had to have a type in common. I quite liked playing the flying type as my gimmick. All my Pokemon had to be flying type, and I found my Swellow really, really good. I put Swellow on like all of my teams when I was playing water type. It's not water type, when I was playing flying type or normal type. Sorry, I said water type because I was picking out the attacks to use against this thing. So I'm quite excited to be able to use a Swellow here into... Anyway, so thinking, when we get to the next rest floor on floor 30 before the next boss, one of the options we haven't looked at yet when talking to Arceus is to tell him you're bored. And if I remember right, that's how you can access a fun little minigame. So we might only do 10 floors this time if I just get distracted playing the minigame a bunch. Oh hey, there we go. Oh, we caught the Fennekin, okay. Missed. Don't like that move. Okay, let's check Fennekin's summary here while we've got it. Okay, pretty good stats. If we wanted it. It's a shame that that's an ability that lowers special attack, but that's fine. We could use a mint if we decide we want to add it, put it on the team later. But for now, I'm happy with our existing fire type. So we are looking for... Oh! Okay. So the Pokemon on this floor are Snivy, Oshawott, Vanillux, Cubchoo, and Fennekin. Or Vanillite. The ice cream one. I like the ice cream, it's funny. Okay, that's cool. Well, for now... let's just, try and catch this one too. I mean... it gives us more options in the back, in the box. And you get the experience for winning the battle anyway, so... even if we catch the Pokemon instead of knocking it out. So if it's a Pokemon we don't have yet, there's really no reason not to at least try to catch it, I'd say. It's like I was saying last time. More Pokemon, more options, even if we don't use them. It's good to have, because if we needed to completely rebuild the team, if we got stuck on a floor boss and we're like, okay, the squad isn't working out, we've got to do a new one. It's better to have a bunch of Pokemon already than to have to run through the past floors trying to find different Pokemon that could help. So we can just look at the box and see, okay, we can train you up, But I do think that the team is pretty good so far. So maybe we could find some better Pokemon in a few places. But I would be very happy. I think I would probably be happy just trading these Pokemon up through the rest of the game. Because there's Toxel and Wiglet in particular are Pokemon I've never used before. So I'd be very happy to train those up. I've only really used... I've used the other Pokemon... I've used Low-Kicks a lot. I really love Low-Kicks, but the other Pokemon I've not used very much, with the exception of Swellow and specifically Monotype on Showdown, is the only place I've used Swellow, I think, so... That's very different to using it on an actual regular playthrough of a fan game, so... But you know, I could maybe swap it out for a different flying type that I haven't used before. Or just a different Pokemon I haven't used before. In general. But I'm not too bothered about it. Okay. Oh, it's going to use Leech Seed, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. Well, that's fine. So if we... So now we can use Taunt. And by taunting it, it won't be able to use its Leech Seed attack. Or Growth. Okay, so we get a free turn because it was going to use a status move and we stopped that. Great. Okay, you're low on health. You're not healing. But you'll get knocked out by my next move. So we want to... throw the Ultra Ball. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, please. Please. Come on. We need to have a good box. We need to have a good set of Pokemon in the back. I'm not playing by any special challenge rules that might force me to use them, but... Well... How are you meant to build a good deck if you don't actually own any more cards, right? So... We need to have a good collector's folder if we want a chance to win well. Swablu. I love this Pokemon. I love this Pokemon so much. Okay, we've got... No, I shouldn't put it on the team. I don't think I'm going to put it on the team unless we find the Mega Stone for its evolved form. If we can get the Mega Altaria... Oh, if we could get Mega Altaria, that would be really good. So I'll catch it in case we get the Mega Stone, but unless we get that, I'm not going to use this on the team. I think is the right way to go around this. No nickname to Swablu. Let's check its summary. Okay, pretty decent. But there's a Voltorb here. And what's it saying? This may seem like a Pokeball, but it's actually a Pokemon. It is known to self-destruct with very little stimuli, even a small bump. However, it seems to be laying on top of an item. Remember that you can't die here. Looks like this will be a tough battle. If you encounter any Pokemon that may pose a fierce battle but you don't feel ready yet, feel free to leave them as is and come back later. How will you proceed? Not worth the risk. So this thing's right next to the exit stairs. So I'm going to go explore the rest of the floor, and then we'll maybe do that little random generated mini boss. Later. We'll do it before leaving the floor. After exploring. Okay. Oh, big mouse out of full restore. Oh, Cyndaquil. Okay. Now those are pretty good. That's pretty good as well. Definitely want to have one of those in the back just in case. Okay. Here we go. Well, ooh, low kicks is okay. Nimble's evolving to low kicks. Great, come on. I might change low kicks out from the team because I've used this Pokemon a lot before. So I might swap it for something else if we find a different good physical attacker type. To learn Lunge, that's 80 power versus 60, lowers target's attack. Yeah, I think I like that better than Bug Bite. It's a bit more widely useful than being able to steal a held berry item. So, what are the encounters here? One Pokemon type left, one Pokemon left we haven't seen here. Sobble, is that Trico? Okay, we'll get Trico, we'll catch Trico and Sobble too while we're here. Come on, Goku. And second thought, no, we'll just hit it with Flamethrower, and if it survives, we'll catch it. So I don't see myself very likely to use Trico. Okay. I guess a fire water grass setup actually might be decent. It could be a decent core if we decided to rebuild the team, so I probably will. I probably will go for one. Let's see, Confuse Ray. Sobble. Inteleon's alright, but I mean without anything else going on, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about using this. It's probably because it's probably better water types that could make use of like Mega Evolution or whatever, which this obviously doesn't have one, so. Like, there's better Pokemon, there's better water types that also don't need anything like that going on, you know? But it's still good to have, so. Ooh, U-turn, okay. Sucker Punch and U-turn. This thing actually has some pretty good attacks. Maybe it's worth considering for those attacks. Okay, come on. No? Try the Ultra Ball. Ball picks fainted. Okay, so it's in water and bug. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, then we can use the Nuzzle attack to guarantee a paralysis to make it easier to catch and do low damage. Yeah, there we go. This is working nicely. Okay. Okay, let's hope this works. Because we're starting to run a little bit low on Pokeballs again. We're not quite at the point like the beginning of the series where I was trying to conserve every single Pokeball and only use them where I had to. But maybe at a point we're trying to catch every Pokemon available and the floor isn't quite the best. Nickname to Sobble? No. Let's see its summary though while we're here. Was it level 16? Yep. Ooh, perfect speed, pretty good special attack. Okay. We've had better Pokemon, but it's decent enough. Now, do I have like potions and things? Okay, looking at all of this, I think that to go fight that Voltorb, probably want to lead Monferno. Because the Voltorb is very fast. So if we can maybe land a power-up punch or two to raise our attack, and then we can use Mach Punch to attack with priority. Or just blow it up with Flamethrower. Flamethrower will probably do a lot of damage. Wow, okay. Do that and then Mach Punch to go before ignore its speed, yeah. There we go. Well, probably shouldn't have been building up to that like it'd be some dramatic confrontation, but I thought it would take more than 2 turns. Masterpiece Teacup. So, Was it worth it? Yes, Arceus, it was worth it. Okay, let's go. Floor 23. Terror balls. Is that more Trico? Ah, okay. Well, I guess we'll catch one on this floor then if they're so insistent on appearing to us. Start with Nuzzle. Ooh, Giga Drain's very strong. At least it's at full health, so it's not going to heal off any damage to us. We did to it. And then Acid for a bit more damage, yeah? That's fine, you can drain. Switch. Okay, it's got the paralysis, so that's fine. I'll use... Assurance shouldn't be too strong. Oh, okay, underestimated how much damage that would deal. Forgot that after evolving you get a same type bonus, so... Sludge Wave, Paralyze, Heal, Special Defense. Okay, the map says there's no other items. Score Bunny, Chespin, Ghastly. Then the octopus guy, I forget what it's called. You know, we have plenty fire types, so no point going for that. Chespin. I don't think I'll maybe come back for these Pokemon, but none of them are especially jumping out at me just now. Torchic, on the other hand, no, we have Monferno, and it has basically the same function of fire type, fighting type. Good stats, good moves. I suppose if we were to try to get the ability swap item to get speed boosts on Torchic, that could maybe be different. But... Or if we found a Blazikenite, even. Mega Evolve it, but I'm not. Oh, okay, of course. Yeah, of course, the 24-25 mini-boss. Okay, what's this? It's a Fido! From the kind of Pokemon from the little Space Globe scenes. Okay, I've got to catch this. I am going to fit this wee guy on the team. I think they're fairy type? I think this thing's a fairy type. Yeah, fairy Pokemon have triple catch rate. And we... Oh, okay, of course the boss gimmick survived on a sliver of health for one more turn, and we knock punch it to take it down with priority before it can act. There we go. Catch it, because it will have perfect stats because it's the mini boss Pokemon for this set of 10 floors. I don't remember how. I remember if this has one of those like funny evolution methods. It might. What's this? Is this the rock type plate? Maybe ground type. It gathers power from the plates, listening for the flute's song. Would that be it gathers power from the plates listening for the flute's song? I think that's what that says. Let's see, am I right? Gathers power from the plates listening for the flute's song. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is fun. This is fun trying to translate those. Even if they really do just look like regular letters, but a bit funny. Stone plate. That would be rock type. The stone plate. It speaks of something I've already mentioned. The plates hold power for me to wield. The flute it mentions is the Azure Flute. It's one of the ways mortals can call upon me at the Hall of Origin. A few humans have managed to do so in the past. Both were truly fascinating individuals and earned my blessing. Do you seek my blessing as well? In the past, I've strengthened Pokemon bloodlines and even offered myself to humans, becoming their personal tool. I wonder what would suit you best. Strengthen my Pokemon and choose Arceus himself. Well, you know. Yeah, come on. I've been joking about this guy being so cute, like, the whole time. You know. I'm gonna choose him. God in the hands of a human is always a fascinating sight. I would be most pleased to serve you. So he's very on a diet, he's a bit chunky. Yes, I walked right into that one. Aww. Anyway, that's awesome. We have another plate. So, funnily enough, this is a different order than the plates I got. You get the plates in a random order each playthrough, which is quite fun. That extra element of randomization. Oh. Turtwig. Okay. Ground type. It'll give us a ground type. Grass and ground, pretty good. Get powerful earthquakes, and it has growth. Oh yeah, it has growth. It has a setup move, so it's kind of slow. Not sure how I feel about having a Pokemon that's strong, but I suppose strong but slow, pretty good, and it has that immunity to help switch in. So Torterra could be a worthwhile addition to the team. Could be a worthwhile Pokemon to have in rotation, well, depending on what kinds of enemies we come across. Yeah, I like the sound of this. Okay, Wigglytuff to level 25. Nickname to Trick? No. Let's check his summary though. It's decent. Okay, well. Is that Sandaconda? Joltik? No, I can't. Oh. This Joltik. This is, like, just straight up my favourite Pokemon. However, with respect to that, I'm trying to get used to trying to use Pokemon that I have not used much before. I'll catch it, but I don't plan to use. Plus, we already have low kicks, which I'm considering swapping off the team as well for having trained that Pokemon a lot as well. But they're both bug Pokemon, and we have an electric Pokemon, so in the form of Toxel. I'm not too worried about fitting Joltik on the team. But let's check his. Yeah, evolves at level 36, so it would be kind of weak going into the next boss anyway, even if we were to use it. Let's get some Pokemon to appear. Oddish. Bulbasaur. Okay. Yeah, it's all the Pokemon for the area. Okay, well. These Pokemon there. Yeah, I think I'll grab a Sandaconda, but or sorry, a Silcobra. Is it Sandaconda the evolved form? I think. Anyway, I'll grab one of these. It has an ability that sets a sandstorm weather. That could be that could be useful actually, yeah. Maybe it'll go towards some sort of sandstorm weather team We get the Pokemon for it. We have Larvitar. We have... which will... Tyranitar will also let us set up Sand. As a ground type, Torterra, the final form of our Turtwig we got. That won't take any damage from the sand. Yeah, there's certainly stuff going. There's certainly stuff going for the idea of doing some sort of sandstorm strategy. Although it would give us a lot of weaknesses in common. But in exchange for being able to do chip damage against bosses? Maybe. Cubone, Swoobat. Okay, let's see if we can find a larger grass patch to bait encounters at, maybe. Cubone, nah. Joltik again? No. Joltik, Swoobat, Oddish, Cubone. Have we seen a fifth Pokemon here? We have not. The Sandcastle Ghost guy? You know, yeah, doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to have. And Sandygast. Ghost type. Ghost type could be pretty interesting. If we end up getting set up against a normal type opponent, that's an immunity. If we are against Psychic type, that's advantage. You know, if we're against Ghost type, it's... well, we both hit each other super effective, but it gives us an option against those as well. Plus, it looks funny. It looks funny and I like it. Oh! Okay. Its defense goes up when it's hit by a water attack. What a neat ability. Of course, because it's a sandcastle. You use the sand, you use the water to help your sandcastle stay solid. What a neat little ability that adds to the overall concept of the Pokemon. Yeah, okay. Okay, right. Okay, our accuracy is lowered, but that shouldn't be an issue because I'm just going to start throwing Pokeballs now. I'm just going to throw more Pokeballs. There we go. Ultra Ball, go. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. There we go. Alright. Would you like to give a nickname to Sandygast? No. Want to see its summary? Level 42 to evolve. That's maybe worth keeping in mind for later floors then. Or 28. Bunch of items. Axew, and is that? I'm not quite sure what Pokemon that is. It's in the sand. Is that Krabby? But this is a Weepole? What's this doing here? Boy! What a rare sight this is. This creature should not be here. I wonder how it could have found its way to this dimension by itself. Maybe we should bring it along. Hey, look out! I will keep that warning shot in mind. It's covered in some sort of gloop. That's funny, that's cute. Poipole floated away, leaving something behind. Scissorite, okay. We'll need to find Scyther for that. And evolve it into Scizor instead of Cleavor, okay. Execute. Oh. Mates. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna worry about it later. It's neat, but it's not a Pokemon I want to go super out of the way for, I think. Axew, on the other hand, it's a dragon type that I believe is actually one that actually has reasonable evolution levels, if I remember correctly, so let's try catching this. Because we could use our the plate gimmick as an attack thing, because basically nothing. There's maybe like 2 types that resist dragon. No, fairy resists dragon. I think maybe steel resists dragon. I think it's fairy. I think fairy's immune, steel resists, and pretty much everything is neutral. So with a 20% damage boost on a dragon attack, could go very well. Oh, 0 attack on a Pokemon that wants to, 0 based on its attack. Pokemon that wants to attack? Okay. Maybe not then. Maybe not you then, let's... Encounters... Psyduck? Grammar... Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Those are fine. I'll leave those be. Oh, there's a floor Clef key. Okay. Key, Clef. It's jingling his little keys. Cute. That is a threat display. It shakes its keys at perceived foes to assert dominance. I understand exactly what it's saying, however. Perhaps it's best I don't translate. Clef key rattled away, leaving something behind. You obtained a peat block. Well, that's good. You use that to evolve Ursaring into Ursaluna. Oh, a peat block on the same floor with Teddy Ursa. Okay. And then the Alolan Grimer runs in the way. Okay. Someone really wants to get caught there, I see. That's fine. I can do that. Hopefully we can find an ice stone before long. Wait a minute, this thing's poison type, so we can get the capture bonus in exchange for making its attacks do more damage. Yeah, let's try this. Premier Ball. Oh yeah, alright, here we go. Very helpful. What abilities does Alola Grimer even have? Okay, Poison Touch may poison targets when a Pokemon makes contact. And it's got pretty good base stats as well if we were to care about those. Okay, I'll keep you in mind. But for now we'll send you back to the PC box. And get immediately attacked by another one of the Pokemon here. Okay, Shellos, we don't want you. Not just now. What I want is to nab one of these Teddy Ursas. Let's see, hold on. My phone was... My communicator was alerting me I had to quieten that down. We don't have normal... Okay, we don't have normal yet, so we can't get a capture bonus. That's fine. But wow, I mean, we're approaching, well, we're approaching an hour and we're not even through a set of 10 floors yet, so... Hey, maybe the way I'll do these is I will do roughly in like an hour. I don't know. But honestly, doing a set of 10 floors and stopping before the next boss does seem like a decent sort of formula? Maybe? Not sure if that's the right way to put it. But just, it seems like a decent break point, I think, is if it keeps these in sort of reasonable sized chunks rather than going on for like 12 hours, you know? Just having a like a roughly, if it continues to be like this, and it's roughly 1 hour for a 10 floor climb, and every 10th floor is a boss, the rest floor section of floor 10 of the multiple 10 before each boss seems like a decent calling point, I think, so I'll probably hang around on there, do some preparation for the next boss. Maybe play some of that little minigame. But for now, Teddy Ursa. Evolves into Ursaring at level 30. Pick up ability, so it may gain items. It has an attack boosting nature with really high base attack. That's good, that's really good for this Pokemon. That's so... And we have the item to evolve it into its final stage. After it gets to level 30. Which we can't do until the next 10 floor segment. After our level cap goes up, because right now it's 28, it needs to be level 30. That's not a big deal though. It's not a big deal at all. But it is good to know that we have that in the back. I think that would be a masterful decision to add that to the team. There's one Pokemon left on this floor we haven't seen. So I think we'll have to be making room on the squad for Teddy Ursa next time. Which I'm not sure when that'll be. Maybe Friday? Not Friday. Maybe Saturday or Sunday. I think I'm occupied on Friday. Alright, if it survives Milk Punch, we catch it. Okay, it didn't. Another Teddy Ursa. Well, I'm not catching a second one. But I will take the free experience. Maybe not quite free, because we're taking a little bit of damage. We'll heal. We'll get it to heal on the rest floor, so it's basically free. Hold on a second, I thought you were at the level cap. Okay. Do I have reviving items? Okay, so if we can use any experience candy as a makeshift evolution, as a makeshift revive. That you can get some more experience from battles. That's fine. XP Candy XL. No. I'm sure I have a revive. Yeah, I have one revive. I don't really want to use the one revive. Let's use the XP Candy large. Okay, there we go. And you're at the... No, I don't want to learn Dig. Oh, but Wiglet is evolving. Okay. Let's see Wug Trio and its beautiful sprite-based glory. They're red now. Okay, it's red now. There's 3 of them. It's in the rock. Okay, that makes sense. It is like a convergent species, like with Doug Trio. But I wonder why it turned red. It's probably some interesting thing it's based on that explains why it's red. Okay, so it's a physically inclined Pokemon, so... we want to see if we can give it some sort of physical type moves. That's fine. Oops. Okay, alone. Eevee? Okay, well, I mean, I was using EV. I was using. Okay, well, let's see. In the Edge Rising Let's Play videos, I know that there's none of the official EV evolutions in it, but come on, EV's great. You can have an EV, and it'll sort of catching an EV on a playthrough can sort of patch a hole in any team, can't it? Because it can turn into so many different types. But in our case, it depends on what items the random floors decide to throw us. Okay, what's your summary? What's your stats? Okay, it's got a plus physical attack in nature. That can be changed. It has decent, similar attack and special attack values. Okay, it's worth keeping in mind that if we go back to this floor, Eevee might spawn again. You know what, this can turn into so many things, we'll catch a second one just in case. Why not, right? Why not? Alright. Love ball. Throwing. No? Don't wanna catch? Well, we'll try again. Okay, we don't have normal. Please? The worst part is, like, a love ball meeting the condition of Pokemon with the opposite gender marker thing. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be better than an Ultra Ball when its condition is met because it's such a specific one. Oh well. No. Let's check this one's summary as well. Oh. Okay, this one's much more physically inclined. I'd have to check what stats which ones use, if I cared about that, trying to match it to the right stat. But for... wait a minute. There's an item up here that I saw on the map I forgot to grab. Careful Mint. Okay. And we are now at the floor 30 respite area. The rest zone. Arceus and Mesprit have things to say. We'll start with a hint about our next opponent, which is fighting types again. Fascinating. What can we buy from here? Training items. Master balls for 1,000 Poké Dollars. Yeah, I'll buy 2 of those for sure. But for now, what's wrong, Mesprit? Your emotions are perfectly average. Nothing spicy. Unlike someone I know, the one who created the entire universe, our master hardly ever shows any emotion. He's as expressive as those old plates of his. But he's not really emotionless, you see. The feelings are still there. It's just that they've gone quiet over the millennia. At the moment, he's feeling a little sad. Let me strengthen it for you so you can really feel it. The humans chatting with the fairies instead of me, even though I was the one to arrange all of this for them. So unfair, so unfair. Poor thing. Should have waved at him later or something. Something strange somehow ended up in your pockets. Obtained 9 experience candy medium. So while we're here, I want to see if you have an ice stone to sell me. Adamant crystal for Dialga. Choice band. Okay, choice band's a really good item. This basically gives you an extra 50% to your physical attacks, but when you pick a move, you can only repeat that attack until you switch out your Pokemon. If I were to put that on, say, Inferno, and use Power Up Punch, starts off weak but it has a big boost, and then Power Up Punch's special ability will increase our attack even further each time we use it in a row until we switch out. That could be quite handy. So we'll take one of those. Plus there's lots of other Pokemon that could use a choice band, so I could consider that. These other items don't seem especially useful. Maybe there's some good TMs we can learn to teach our Pokemon attack. Coaching. Wild Charge? No. Smackdown? high horsepower is a pretty good ground type attack. It's most of our money, but yeah, I'll take high horsepower. And let's see what Arceus has to say. Something up? Do you have a favourite Pokemon? There's so much variety, isn't there? I still come up with new ones from time to time. I once thought it would be nice if everyone could find a favourite, something that made them feel understood. But over time, I stopped thinking much about things like that. Do you, as the creator, have a favourite? That's like asking a proud parent to choose their favourite child. If I must answer, it's the ones related to pastries I like the most. Something strange somehow ended up in your pocket. You obtained 9 experience candy medium. He really does love his baked goods, doesn't he? Okay, I want to kill my Pokemon. I want to buy some more Pokeballs over here. Max mushrooms. Mushrooms boost all stats of Pokemon during battle. I wonder if that has to be a held item or if that's something you like use. Well, it costs 8,000, so I'm not. Let's see. I'm bored. No, I can't allow that to happen, can I? Minigame time! Very well. Let us play a little game. I shall think of a Pokemon. Any one that exists, without exception. Then I will give you a clue. It could be anything. Its type, height, weight, anything at all. After that, you'll be able to ask me a few questions. I'll answer them honestly, and you'll need to guess which Pokemon I was thinking of. Each question you ask, or each wrong guess, will cost you a heart. Once a Pokemon has been guessed, I won't pick it again. I will keep track of how many you correctly identify and reward you accordingly. Now then, shall we begin? It weighs about 1.8 kilograms. And it's from Generation 7. Oh, okay, I don't know much. I don't know many of the Gen 7 Pokemon. I'm not going... I'll probably be able to figure it out with more clues, but the weight means nothing to me. So what ability could it have? Beast Boost. Okay, it's an Ultra Beast. It weighs 1.8 kilograms. P. Beast Boost. So it's okay. So it's an Ultra Beast. Starts with P. The only one I can think of. Can it evolve? Yeah. Okay. It has to be Poipole. It has to be Poipole. That's the only Pokemon I can think of that meets those requirements. There we go. Okay, 1 out of 1025. And if I get hit 3, we get a reward. Okay. Next one. A Grass-type Pokemon from Generation 4. Okay. Its strongest stat is Attack. Can it evolve? It's its final... Okay, it's a Gen 4 final stage Grass type with high attack. And its name starts with C. C. Well, there's always one way to go about it, and that's to scroll down through the Pokédex until I reach Gen 4 and find a Grass-type Pokemon that starts with C. And probably has high attack. Wait, I could just start with C. Okay, I'll do C and then go down to what I recognize. Okay, that's us through to... Okay. So there's Cherim. Could be Carnivine. I think it has to be Carnivine. I'm pretty sure Cherim does special attack. Is it Carnivine? It is correct. There we go. 2 species. Okay. 0 of 1025. Pokemon starting with M. Okay, first hint. I want to know what stats. Special attack is its highest. A Generation 5 Pokemon that starts with M and has a very high special attack. Serene Grace. Can it evolve? Gen 5 Pokemon with high special attack and starts with M. Okay, well we can narrow it down to M. scroll down to Gen 5 and work from there. Okay. Is it Masharna? No. What Pokemon is... Oh, Meloetta. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, Gen 7 Pokemon with Battery. Yeah, I know what those Pokemon I can evolve. Can evolve. A Gen 5 Pokemon with Battery that can evolve. And it's green. Charjabug. It starts with a C, so I think it's Charjabug. There we go, 3 species. Our first reward is Lopunite. Okay, well we don't have a Lopunny, but that's good. We have a Megastone. Okay, the next reward is for 5. So a Pokemon doesn't evolve. Between these choices, I want to know a generation. A Gen 1 Pokemon that doesn't evolve any further. Okay. Gen 1 Pokemon starting with K that doesn't have any further evolutions. And well, we'll use up the rest of our hints one. Well, let's see. The strongest stat is HP. You know what? Let's just guess. Would that be Kangaskhan? It's either Kangaskhan or Kingler, but I'm pretty There we go. 4 out of 125. One more for the next reward. Let's go. Okay. A grey Pokemon that it can evolve. And starts with E. What about its ability? Yeah, ability or strongest stat? I think ability is better. A grey Pokemon that can evolve starting with E with Kenai, and it's from Generation 6. Okay. Well, I guess that's Esper. Esper is, yeah, it's between Elgyem or Esper, and, I'm pretty sure Elgyem isn't grey, so Elgyem might not even be a Gen 6 Pokemon. Swampertite? How fancy. Okay, then I love this game. This mini game. This is so fun. This little guessing game Pokemon. High attack starts with C. Okay. High attack starts with C, and it's a water type. A Gen 2 water type that starts with C and has high attack. Torrent. Croconaw. Torrent is a real giveaway because Torrent has an ability that only the water type starter Pokemon have. I think I'm just gonna keep going until I get 10 right. Okay, so this Pokemon, oh, this is a great, it can evolve, high special defense, and can't evolve further. A Gen 2 special defense Pokemon that can't evolve further, and has Synchronize as its ability. Unknown. No? Oh, Umbreon, okay. This time it's another Gen 2 Pokemon. Starts with Y. Pokemon that starts with the letter Y. I'm just gonna guess. Okay, Pokemon starts with Y. It's 2 of them. It's Yanma. Yanma's the only Gen 2 Pokemon that starts with Y. And their reward for 7. Oh, Bulldoze. Okay. Oh, okay. The next reward's for 9 species. Maybe I won't go to 10. Maybe I'll do. What do you mean its weight is around? What do you mean its weight doth be around 52.5 kilograms? How am I meant to know what Pokemon weighs 52.5 kilograms? Okay, can it evolve? No. Its generation is a Generation 3 Pokemon, 52.5 kilograms. What type is it? Poison type. I don't know. Ability? Shed Skin. A Gen 3 poison type that doesn't evolve and can have the ability Shed Skin. I guess I'm going to scroll all the way down to Gen 3 and see what I can find that's a fully evolved poison type with the ability Shed Skin. I have no clue and I'm going to brute force it this way. Because, I mean, hey, brute forcing it this way is much more fun than just looking up, like, Pokemon on Bulbapedia until I find the requirements. So, a Gen 3 Pokemon, a Gen 3 Poison type with the ability Shed Skin. And it has to be fully evolved. Could be Dustox. Dustox might keep the ability Shed Skin because it came out of the Cascoon. I don't think, yeah, so that's not poison type. Don't think Roselia would have Shed Skin. Swalot doesn't seem like the type of Pokemon to have Shed Skin to me either. Seviper. Seviper is a snake, and snakes shed their skin. It's more likely to be Seviper that has shed skin than the moth. Is it Seviper? Yes! Yes, gotcha! Okay, one more Pokemon correctly guessed, and we get another reward. Mayhap it possesseth the ability Blaze. Okay, can this evolve? Okay, so it's definitely a fire type starter. It can evolve. And its best stat is speed. I need to know... What color is it? It's red, okay. Fair enough. A Gen 7... One of the Gen 7... Okay, so... It's either... I think... What's the middle stage called for Litten? It's Litten something and then Incineroar. I do not remember what the middle stage is called, but I'm pretty sure the middle stage is more red than... Oh, I'm gonna look up what Litten looks like. Pokemon Litten. Okay, so Bulbapedia. Alright, I'm looking the Pokemon up on Bulbapedia till I get to see them visually. And I definitely think, yeah, Torracat. Torracat is what it's called. And Torracat definitely looks more red than Litten. I would describe Litten as being primarily the colour black. So I'm going to say Torracat, and if it's Litten, I will be frustrated. There we go! We got it! Okay. Here we go! I get a reward for me! Fly! Fly? It's not a very good reward, but thank you. Something else for reaching 11 species. Okay. A Pokemon at 0.6 meters tall. Letters. A tiny little Pokemon. This name starts with T. From Generation 5. It's a Gen 5 fighting type that starts with T. Can't imagine there's many Gen 5 fighting types that start with the letter T. It's got to be Timber. That's the smallest one. I'd say, yep. Okay. 10 species out of 10, 25. Something for 11 species. Okay, one more. I'll do one more. This Pokemon is blue. It's a blue Pokemon from Gen 4. Okay, so I'm immediately thinking Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon. Mantike, maybe? So it's probably water type. But we might get poison type. Could be Krogunk. Krogunk kind of blue. It can evolve? It can evolve. Is it Krogunk? Oh, we guessed it. Okay, we guessed it without using all of our hints and guesses. There we go. Syrupy apple. Okay, if we can Applin. That'd be pretty cool. Something else for reaching 30. Okay, I guess we'll play for 71.2 kilograms. That's kind of heavy. Type is it? A normal type. A Gen 2 normal type. It starts with S. Alright. Well, there's not many normal types. Let's see, given how heavy it said it was, I'm going to say Stantler. Stantler's like a big deer. There we go. 12 Pokemon. We're going to reach 15. I think there's probably, I guess, another reward at 15, so we'll try it going for 15 Pokemon, and then I'll stop. What generation does it come from? A Gen 9 Pokemon that's blue. A Gen 9 Pokemon that's blue. Starts with R. A Dragon type. Okay. Photosynthesis. Okay. A Gen 9 Dragon type with photosynthesis. That has to be Roaring Moon, hasn't it? Here we go! Oh, I love this. Okay. Oh, a sweet apple! A sweet apple! Ah, okay. Alright, sweet. I'll give you something else. Yeah, if we reach 15 species. 15 is a nice number to stop on. Okay, this Pokemon can evolve. I want to know its type. A water type that can evolve, okay. A Generation 3 water type that can evolve, that doesn't do much. What's ability? Shell Armor. Isn't Crawdont the... I think Crawdont might... Is it Crawdont? We'll just... Hold on, we'll go to Pokemon that start with C. I know I'll say it. Corphish. It's Corphish. Crawdont is the evolved form, and you was right not to go for it just then. No? Oh, Clamperl? Okay. Okay, Rockhead as its ability. Pokemon with Rockhead that can evolve. Pokemon G, Rockhead. A rock type. A rock type that's name starts with G that can evolve, and it's Gen 1. Okay. G. Well, it can't be Golem. It could be Geodude, it could be Graveler. Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 between these. I'm gonna say Graveler. Here we go. Okay. 14. Okay, one more Pokemon and then I'll stop. We'll get one more right and then I'll stop. 1.4 meters tall. Okay. A. Gen 9 Seed Soar starts with A. Gen 9 starts with A. I'm thinking maybe, is it called Arboliva? It's a grass, yeah, grass type. Arboliva is the only Pokemon I can think of that might be it, so I'm gonna try Arboliva. There we go, 15 out of 10. Okay, there we go. We did it. 17 species. No, I have to. I'm gonna stop. Well, that was quite the fun wee way to bring this to a little end. I will definitely... Oh. I will definitely... Oh, Aurora Beam, hold on. What was it saying? Oh, right, yeah, so... We've been... Gosh, okay. We've been playing for an hour 20 minutes, so we've completed the 10-floor loop. And I think trying to end in the middle of... Pausing and quitting out in the middle of a 10-floor thing when the rest floors are specifically each multiple of 10. I think I'm going to call it an end here. We'll do the boss at the start of next time. I'll maybe try to make a channel community post or whatever it's called. But for now, I'm gonna give this a bit of a rest. And I'll get back to it in a couple days. Maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. I will confirm. But for now, thank you for tuning in. We will bring this to a little close.